Okay, that was good. that was a beginner move. Um, anyway, so what we're going to work on today is pretty exciting. I don't know if you watched before or not. But basically, today, what we are going to do is we are going to connect our Pomodoro timer, our React client, to this little guy, right? This little guy, as you can see, it has a little USB, and we're going to connect it so when you start working on a task, this will blink. So I got two of these, right? So one with like a longer one, and the other which is a kind of cube shaped one. So this is kind of cool, and this is pretty exciting because I've been waiting for those for quite a while now. And what I want to do first is let me fix the zoom here for the camera because the zoom is a little bit messed up. So let's try and fix that. All right. Okay, that is better. And that is even better. Great. So now that we have that out of the way, we can continue with the stuff that we're doing. And yeah, so again, like I said, I've been waiting for these for quite a while, and Amazon spoiled us. When I say quite a while, basically been waiting a week or so. So I have, where's the cube one? Okay, so I have one which is a cube, and one that is longer. And you probably can't see, oh, you actually can, but as you can see, there is a few LEDs in here. So this can actually become a strip. So we can basically have, let's say if we have a Pomodoro timer that is 25 minutes, we can basically light up each one of these when like X time interval has passed. So that's pretty awesome, and as you can see, it's a little USB. Now, one little thing is, first of all, I think I should say here, I paid full price for these. These are not. This is not an endorsed stream in any way. I actually ordered these and paid the full price. So I kind of have this thing that I want to tinker around with, and what I want to say is that I'm surprised by how nice this looks. This is a 3D printed cube, and well, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it is really, really nice. It has this nice little shape to it, and it seems like the USB fits well. This is actually not as good. So the stripe here is kind of well seen. In the camera, you don't really see it. But beyond that, really, what happens is that here, when you connect the USB to this, it doesn't seem like it fits really snug. So it just might not works all that well. So something is going on here. I had another camera here. So let me, oh, I need to connect it again. Sorry, just a second. I need to connect another camera. Okay, and now I can connect the other camera. So let's do that. Cool. Okay, so now, oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So now you can actually see it. So it's on my desk here. Let me fix the camera real quick. All right. So now this is connected, and it kind of freaks out because it's white on white. Let me try and fix that. All right. That will do. Okay, so just 1 second. I'm trying to fix something that looks okay. Okay, this looks somewhat okay. I don't know. If it doesn't, then we'll see what happens. And let me try and zoom into this camera. Jarmahent and Shady Endless, hello. So let me try and fix that camera zoom as well. All right, this is much better. Cool. So now we can actually focus on that. And I don't see how you guys see it on the stream. If something is messed up on the stream with this USB thing, please let me know. Okay. If you can see it, nice and in good quality, then great. But if not, then please let me know. Okay, cool. So one little item before we get started here. So first of all, people in the chat room, welcome. And a few things to clean up here. I need to stop the Phantom bot from giving 0 points to people. All right, so let's go ahead and stop it. So that's one item. Another item to clean up is here. So we are going to do Node.js. So we're going to do React, Node.js, Electron, and we're going to do IoT. Is it like how you do IoT? Is it like this IoT? How do you do like IoT? IoT makers, I don't know, whatever. Okay. So that is done. So that is one final item of cleanup before we get started. Okay. So what is the plan? So the plan is basically to, when we have our Mac app running and we say start, then the plan is to have these LED blink, right? So again, we have the cube here. You can see the cube. And we have the strip of lights. Currently, only the strip of lights is connected. And the plan is to make that light blink. All right. So this is literally, I literally just unboxed this. Agile Innovation Ltd. By the way, kudos to them. This product looks really, really good. And as you can see, it's blink stick square and blink stick square enclosure and blink stick script and blah, blah, blah. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the documentation for this. Yes. So the point of this is when someone is in an open office, right? This is really designed to the open office, and basically the idea behind this is that once you're working on a task and you're basically highly focused, then this will be red, or will blink red or something like that, but it will basically be a visual representation of, hey, I am busy. And really the final touches will be to close down your Slack and close down your Mac, do not disturb and so on. So it's really kind of a whole idea of how to tell people that you're busy and you're now wired in. So that's kind of the point behind this. All right. So So what did we want to do? Okay, so I wanted to look into the documentation, and as you can see, there is an API documentation for this. And this is probably Python. Yes, it is. So we have a blink stick, and then we have a find all and a find first, and then blink stick version. Then we have this one. So we have a find all and a find first. Okay, and then what? So let's look here. Blink stick Python module. So let's see. Find serial. Turn blink stick off. Display CPU usage. Control remotely. Display internet connectivity status. So let's see this one. Okay, so this is Python. And we have try socket set default. Blink stick find first. Got it. Okay, and then if led, then blink stick not found. Internet connected. Led dot. Oh, I see. So there is a set color here, and then there is a name green. Okay, so this seems to be really for this one rather than for this one. All right. So again, like we said, we have the cube and we have the strip. Hello, player. Fine. How are you? Okay, so display CPU usage. So we have blink stick and then find first. And then displaying CPU usage, green 0, amber. I wonder though. I wonder though what is required to run the strip. So let's look at the blink stick. And as you can see, they have a couple products. So they have this one, and I think basically all of them, all of what we see is for this one, and not for the other ones. Okay, so it's easy to control, and then we have Node.js blink stick require, and then blink stick, and then led.set color. Okay, so let's see if we have the products here, and then this is the strip. So this is what basically lives inside of this enclosure. So let's see if we can find some documentation here, which I don't see. Okay, so let's check out this. So let's do Node.js and find blink stick in npm. Okay, so blink stick in npm. And let's look at the code and the examples. And we have ProRunner, ProPulse, ProRunner, find, and then finish. Led count 7. Okay, so I think this one is basically for this. Okay. So let's try and run this. Why don't we try and run this? Okay, so let's go into our Pomodori Electron client, and what we're going to do is we're going to yarn add, and we are going to add blink stick like so, and let it install. All right, so we'll let it install, and what we're going to try to do is we are going to try and run all of these 7 LEDs, one after the other. And something is up. Uncaught exception, unknown runtime, Electron. What? Oh, you know what I think? All right, let's try and run this in a new node project. Let's do this. and make dir -p blink stick test. And then let's go here and then npm init and blink all of this. I don't really care, and yes. And then we are going to yarn and yarn add blink stick. Because I think what happens is that the runtime to compile this is mixing it up because of Electron. And yeah, this time it went fine. So let's go and run a sample.js here. And what I want to do is save this into sample.js and then run it. And look at that. All right. So now all 7 LEDs, it's hard to see with the camera, but all 7 LEDs are blinking, and they're blinking in different lights. So, man, it's like so bad that it doesn't really work with the camera, but let me try. Shit. It's a bummer. I think the camera is picking up too much light. Let me try something. Let's go to camera settings and advanced, and let's the brightness go. Burning your eyes. I'm sorry. All right, let's try contrast. No. Let's try color intensity. No. White balance. No. Anyway, nothing is really working for me, so I'm sorry. You gotta believe me. It's really nice colors. It's yellow, orange, green, red, and so on. So now let's go to our sample.js here. And what I want to do is I want to change this to 1000. So it will actually go and... oh, now... Oh, I see. Oh, it's nice. Each of them is an RGB. Oh, this is really nice. I didn't even realize it. Each of them is an RGB, so you can actually turn each of them different colors. So let's disconnect this. So it's disconnected now, and as you can see, it's wow, this thing is really, really nice. I'm really surprised. All right, so now this is turned off. And let's edit our sample.js here. And oh, look at that. So we have set color random. This is nice. And then channel 0 and then index. Okay, this is really nice. This is really nice. Anyway, so let's go and set the color to red and do it every second, right? So then node sample.js, and look at that. All of them are now red, and they're turning on 1 each second. And now if we look at this, and now we can actually change this to green. And then if we do that, then it will now start changing to green. And now all of them are green. This is really nice. Okay, cool. So first let me disconnect it so I will not burn your eyes anymore. Questions so far, by the way? Let me know if you have any question. I'm so happy. Look, I've been this is like the meeting of my my expectations. So this is nice. All right, so what I want to do is I just want to quickly tweet this out. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so Twitch. If you run the code twice while they are on, they just overlap. Yes. Isn't there a function to clear? Yeah, so we can go ahead and clear all the colors. You can just go and clear all of them before everything. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet device, isn't it? I really like it. I have to say, I really like it. And the good thing about it, it's like because it's a USB, it literally could connect to the Python, and then you can actually connect it to the Raspberry Pi, right? So you can actually connect this to the Raspberry Pi and run it from a Raspberry Pi. So that's pretty amazing. Demo 183, Kenso Dev. What do you think of developing on a PC? I didn't develop on a PC for years, so I don't have so I don't have any experience with that, right? So let's go ahead and watch this thing again. And node sample, bam, bam, bam. Oh man, I'm like so bummed there is no good way to see this because the lighting here sucks. Let me try something here. Is this better? No, not even remotely. I don't know if you can make anything out of this. And let me try like this. That's not any better. No, I think all these cameras are really not picking up the colors. So this is really nice. And what we're going to try to do now is let's try and turn them off. Now, how do you really turn this off? It's a good question. So let's go ahead and check the examples here. Set color. Let's do, I don't know, blink. So what is blink? Blink has to turn off, right? So device.color blink and then repeat 5. Device color. We have a device.blink as well. So this is nice. Inverse, morph, picker, pro frames, pro LED, pulse. There's got to be an example to turn it off. Okay, so we have, oh, look at this. This is like true RGB. This is really nice. All right, so we're going to have to look at the code of this, as always. So let's go ahead and look at the documentation. By the way, a tip to people who design and implement code, if I need to read your code for your library to get a usage, this is not good. So let's look at off. Okay, so we have red. 0 is off. So we have green channel and then index. So I don't see a set color and 1000. Okay. Turn off. Let's see. Turn off. Turn off. Blink stick dot turn off. Oh, so we have a set color. So we can do device dot set color. Like so. So this will now turn everything off. Oh, it actually does. Oh, I need the index as well. So what I need here is basically all of them. So for I this and I smaller than 7. Like so, right? For I equals 0, I smaller than 7, I plus plus, right? And then this one. So device dot set color, and then here index is I. Let's see how horribly wrong this can go. Oh, this doesn't really work. Okay. So, So it turned off a couple of them, but not all of them. So let's use the turn off. All right, so this dot set color and node. No, so turn off doesn't really do anything. All right, so did I close the chat? Oh my God. I'm sorry, just 1 second. I closed the chat by accident. I'm sorry. I closed the chat by accident. I'm stupid. So yeah, turn off. Yes, I did. But it's not really working. The camera will lower its exposure levels and will be able to see the LED clearly. Oh wait, shine a light on the LEDs. Okay, let's try. Let's try. I have a light here on the LEDs. Node blink stick. Yeah, this is what I'm using. The one from this RV DOS. Yes, that's the one I'm using. And Vempep. Cool keyboard. Thank you. Much appreciated. All right, so let's try. Oh man, this bums me out. How can I solve this? It really bums me out, but I don't see a way to solve it. Ah, man. Anyway, so here and here. Okay, so device.turn-off isn't really working. It might work for a few things, but not for the others. So let's do set color and then red, green, and then color name. If type of params undefined, then return. Oh, good. Set color var self equals this and internal color. Okay, so set inverse, great. Get inverse, set mode. Blink stick. Okay, so blink stick, we have a set colors. Oh, that's cool. So maybe we can do the set colors. Yeah, turn off doesn't really work. Let's try set colors. Nope. Okay, set colors and then 0 data. Set the color frame on blink stick number channel is represented as 0. Yeah, so set color 0, 0, 0, index 0 will turn off the first one. This one will turn off the first one. So this one is device, right? Dot set color 0, 0, 0 and index 0. This should turn off the first one. So now let's do for var I equals 0, and then I is smaller than LED count. and then do this, and then index is I. Oh no, it's set color like so. Set color. And yeah. Well, what what happened there? Did you see that? Oh, you couldn't really make anything of it, but it turned off some of the lights. It's like weird. Oh man, this is so weird. So now let's do return here. You know, just so return. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So you see only one light now is up. So I think now this is equals what? Equals to LED count. No. So there is still one stubborn light here, just so we'll understand what's going on. So we have... I think I get... I think it's... just one second. I think it's not a zero-based index. Is that possible? Well, no, because this didn't work as well. Yes. Oh my god, this was embarrassing. Can I delete this from the history of the internet? Shit. You're right, vmsample.js. I guess this is what happens. Yeah, it's a zero-based index. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. Now it's off. Shit. Okay. So now... assuming yours is like the one on their website. Yes, yes, yes. So now it's off, as you can see. Yes, it's off. So this is really, really, really nice. And now, so first time, by the way, during the stream, that I remember to drink my coffee while it's still in a sane temperature and not ice cold. So here's to coffee. Okay, cool. So now we have two complications that I did not think about, right? One is we need to decide whether we are shipping, quote unquote, the product with this one, or we are shipping the product with this one. And if we are shipping the product with an option, then we need to have a way to flag that, hey, I'm using the blink stick, or I'm using the cube stick, the cube, right? So we need to figure this out. So let's go ahead and make some notes. So let's go to our Trello board and make a couple of notes. What? Matho Costa, thank you for the follow. I don't know if you heard the sound of that because my headphones were off for some obscure reason. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to add a couple of notes here. So first is turn on LEDs or LED from the Mac app. Seems like the node library doesn't care much which one it is. Well, the only thing is that we can't we can't turn off an index in 7 here. So I don't know what's inside here. That's the problem. So what's inside of this is this one. So it's a square. So the square has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, and this has 8 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that is cool. So let's go ahead and try. All right, so now we are with the cube. And I'm going to run the same code on the cube. Oh, wow, this is nice. Shit, and I'm like, so... Fuck my life. Just 1 second. I'll be back in a second. 1 second. I'll try to fix something here. Give me a second. Okay, so I am back, and I'm sorry if I lost people, but I was bringing something to hope that I can fix the exposure levels. So this is useless, okay? So this does not do anything. But what I wanted to do is get a normal camera that is not. And this is like the best webcam money can buy, but it's pretty useless. Right. Okay, so this is what it looks like. By the way, it is really, really, really nice looking. And it has this little nice shade to it almost because of the casing. And you can actually make the internal lights here. So that is great. So because this one has 8 lights in it and this one has 8 LEDs in it, basically the same code can run both of them. And again, I'm gonna plug this one. And let's run the code again. Okay. And here it is. Really, really nice. Cool. All right. So nothing really worked, but unfortunately, not this. So this does not do anything to the exposure levels, not even softening it a bit. So I don't know. It's like I don't think the cameras are built to show this level of details with lights. But it is what it is. I tried. I gave it my best. But unfortunately, there is really nothing nothing I can do. Working is the command. Londi F, thank you for the follow. Saturday follows, man. Saturday follows are the shit. Okay, so now what we need to figure out is two things. One, we need... where is the Trello board? There it is. Okay, so turned on LED from Mac app. So here we need to compile this in Electron. And I think the problem here is the underlying USB lib. So we'll figure it out. And we might have some fun with contributing back to that. The second thing we are going to do is we are going to make a calculation to turn... What? I can't type calculation. Calculation to turn on X... to turn on the lights as a timer and not just blink or something. And not just blink, not or something. And then this will give your co-workers a better idea on when are you going to be available. Oh my god, this is so boring watching me type. What the fuck is this going on with this stream? Okay, cool. So now let's go here to this blink stick node and check this out. I want to understand why are we having issues installing this with Electron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my open source library and I'm going to git clone this and cd into it and open it up in Vim. So I see we have the platform Windows, got it. So then we have this one with patch node, got it. Okay, so then we have blink stick, got it. Let's go to package.json. What are we using? We're using USB 1.1.1. All right, so let's go to USB npm, and then Node.js library for communicating with USB. This is a refactoring, rewrite. Okay, so we have 1.2. Okay. So why is this not compiling for Electron? Now let's look at our Electron app. By the way, people in the chat room, you are really quiet today. Let me know why. All right, so this is here, and then we have the package lock.json. We have an init.js, great. We have Electron builder. I got food poisoning. What did you fucking eat, man? From taco. I don't eat tacos exactly for that reason. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and turn that off. Just so I don't turn you blind while it's not absolutely necessary. And let's try to add blink stick again here. So this one, libusb from macOS X and Linux. Requirement, install node. So it's definitely not a part of this. And the question is whether these are development requirements or something else. Right, let's see. Yarn add blink stick, and let's look at the error message here. Okay. So Electron Builder and then CLI install dependencies. What? Mapbox? Okay. So unknown runtime Electron. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, so it's a compile issue and it says this. Obviously, this is the first time I see this error message. So let's look here. Delete and run npm install. What? Oh my god. Okay. I'm kind of staring blankly into the void. What? What is happening? What is happening? Okay, so let's try. What can it hurt? It can't. Okay, so this is not really an issue with this one. It's just an issue with my package in general. npm install worked. Wait a second. rm-f yarn. We don't really need yarn here anymore. We're on the newest npm, so we can do npm install. And before we do that, let's rm-rf node modules again and npm-v. And we are on npm 5.2.0 npm version. Brain is one of those checked out for the day modes. Yeah, that happens. Okay, so npm all right, so then npm install. Let's do that. Would something like this? Yes. So yeah, so you see that like the USB version 1.0.6. This is what the underlying library that runs the Blink kit is doing. Yeah, and I think something is up with like rebuilding Electron, but without yarn it does it well. So let's do yarn. No, npm add -- save. What is it called? Blink stick. Okay, so now, bam, works. Great. So now, yes, it's using Node USB. Yeah. Okay, great. So now we are in the logged in page, and what we are going to add here, login JS, and let's add a button here to say something. So let's say start working. Now this start working will do this dot start, and then here we'll have a start like so. Great. And what we are going to do, let's do this in an action. And because we're going to do it in an action, let's create an app, features, and let's do light because this is the feature. So let's go ahead and create this feature, and then we are going to say app. Oh, you can't see this shit. Just 1 second. Okay, now it's better. And then we're going to create an app, features, Light. And what are we going to do? What are we going to call this? Let's do actions. I'm not really feeling super creative today. Okay, cool. So then here, this is going to be an action. I don't really care about the action type. And then let's do turn on light. And then here, this is going to be an export. And you know what? I like doing it like this. So this is going to be a function, and then export like so, and then turn on light like so. Okay. Twitch, lot of things. And then I assume blink stick. Yes, I already answered that. Where is Steven? Steven is in LA. Visiting his girlfriend. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the sample. Set color. Where is it? This one. Ah, shit. That's not good. And then let's go 32 lines up and repaste this. Vim is dead. That's it. Vim is dead. Okay, cool. Now it works. Now it's back. All right. So why can't you believe it? Okay. So then we have this one. And here we do this. And what is the wait function here? Okay, one function is wait and then set timeout wait. Why do I care about this? You need to set mode only once. I don't know what that means. Okay, so let's I don't like this code here, so let's remove it. And then here we are going to put this above here and say import blink stick from blink stick like so. And then this is going to be const of device. And then we are going to set a random color every second. Okay, so then this is going to be 1,000. And what we're going to do now is start working. And then here is the logged in page. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do it. I'm sorry. Here. Right, so let me close this and then logged in page here. And then this is going to be import turn on light from features light actions. And then here, map dispatch to props. Oh, this is actually light actions. This should return a function that accepts dispatch. And then all of this is here. All right, so this looks better now. And then this is turn on light, and this is going to be turn on light, which is going to be a function, which is going to dispatch turn on light. Cool. So now in our logged in page, We are going to say this dot start, which is okay, and then this dot props dot turn on light, like so. All right, so one thing we do need now is to start our server. Oh, it's open source, Fullstack, and Pomodori server. And let's do team accession here. And let's start MongoDB. And let's start npm start. Okay, so we have our server running. And let's start our client. So npm run develop. Okay, how many people do we have in the chat room right now? How many people do we have live watching? Like 5? 10 currently unavailable. That's good. All right, so we have a few. As always, people in the chat room, feel free to ask questions. So this is our Mac app. As you can see right now, it's hosted in a browser, but this is going to be a Mac app. And I am logging in. And I don't know why. This is a bug I need to track, by the way. Definitely something that's been going on more than once. Failed to fetch, which means that my server isn't running. Oh, my server isn't running. What? Okay. Failed to fetch. Okay, so it did something. But then my server crashed. That's good. All right, so let's go here and do this. Okay, now everything worked. Definitely a bug I need to track, but not now. And then let's do start working. And nothing works. So let's check why. And start working. And I see cannot read property type of undefined. What are we talking about, man? Let's see. So this dot start, and then this dot props dot turn on light. Okay. So logged in page here. So dispatch turn on light, of course. Like so. Here. Great. So now start working. And something is going on. Turn on light is not a function. Of course it's not. So this is here. And here. I wonder how many times this is going to bite me in the ass. This like default export versus non-default export. Okay, so now something is up, but it's still not working. So let's go to turn on light here and console.log device is something. And let's do plus device for now. All right, start working, and let's go to the console. And we have a device, so the object here with the device is okay. So what is going on? So device is here, and then, oh, okay. Yes, I know. And then here we have a set timeout. Okay. So, got it. So set color. Okay. So it's somewhere. The device is here, but it's not going here to the index. So we can do console.log found device, and we are going to see that in the console, but it's not actually going here because we are not calling set color here, which is a mistake. And as you can see, this is now turning on our device. Look at this. Look at this. This is burning. There is no way I can... You know what? Maybe I can try something like this. No, not even. This doesn't even soften it. No, nothing is softening it. My God, it seems like it's the brightest colors in the world, but it's really not that bright. Excuse me. It's really not that bright. I don't know why the camera like picks it up like it's the center of the sun or whatever. Anyway, this is nice and it is working. So what I want to do now is essentially connect this to the Pomodoro function. And I will give 150 internet points to the person that will come up with the math while I am testing this with the cube as well. So basically the math needs to be blink a light out of 7 every interval of the 25 minutes, right? So we have 25 minutes, which is a variable. All right, so 150 internet points. All right, so 25 minutes is a variable. We have 8 LEDs, which is a constant. And we need to blink an LED every X, X being the minutes times LEDs, whatever. So fake internet points to whoever comes up with the math while I test it with the cube. All right, so let's go ahead and taste it. Let's go ahead and test it with the cube, and we are going to start working. And wow, this is, guys, this is really, no, I don't need the result. I need the math. I need the math. Like, how do I want to do it with JavaScript, and I can do it myself. I'm just like trying to make it interesting. Oh my God, people are giving me the answers here. Var math var math equals 25. That's true. Oh man, that's true. Let me try something else here. My God. One second. Aha! I have something here. Look at this. Let's try here. What don't I do for my viewers? I suffer for my viewers. Look at this. Okay. All right. Let me show you this. I'm trying to show you how this is looking. Let's see. So this is the LED. Let's try this here. This room is well lit, but let's try. So you see how nice this is? It's it has a little nice like pinkish hue, I guess. And obviously this is a random color, but you can see how this is really, really nice. And let's start working again, which it will blink in a different color. So you can actually see now this is a bluish color. This is really nice. Look at show it like on the microphone. This is really, really nice. A really nice product. Really, really nice. All right. So let's continue blinding you. Okay, so this is here. Okay, so now here's what we need. First, we need some kind of select box. Or we can actually make it a text box. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Now the question is, I might need to do something. I might need to do something with generators here, because I need this as an asynchronous function. Okay. But first, let's go ahead to our logged in page. And a nice little iterator. Yeah, nice little iterator. We're going to work on it. It's not a big challenge. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a text. Deely16, thank you for the follow. By the way, this is really not nice that this is breaking. Like it's word wrapping. I hate it. I hate every little bit of it. Let me fix this. Right, now it should be better. So the next person following, hint, hint, should see a better SpongeBob. So let's go ahead and see who follows next, because he will get 1,000 internet points. Okay, so because I want to test my SpongeBob, so we'll see who follows next. Okay, so let's go ahead to our login page. What? And here we have a happy little generator. Let's go ahead and add some return values to this with yield to get our lead index. There we go. Yeah, we can do that. You can always tell someone is legit when they are a Tmax power user. Oh man, I'm legit. I'm legit not just because of Tmax, but all right. But thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and I just want to create something here. So I'll take one of these from the email and I'll take it to the logged in page here. And I'm going to add it here. And this is going to be type of text. And the ref is going to be minutes. And the class name is going to be from control. And placeholder is going to be 25. And then this is going to be turn on lights with this dot refs dot minutes, I think. Login, I can never remember this. Login, this dot refs dot value, of course. Yes, so dot value, and then here, and here, and then const minutes equals to this. And then this is going to be minutes. And then to the login, logged in page. I hate this naming so much. This is going to be minutes, and then this is going to be minutes. And now in our turn on lights, this is going to be minutes. And now what we are going to do is say this. First of all, minutes. Shit. So wait a minute now. This is a tricky math. But let's try. So const ms equals to minutes. times 60 times 1,000. 1,000. So this is 1,000 milliseconds versus 60 seconds times 60 seconds times the minutes. All right. And then we are going to so the interval is ms divided by lead count. Should be, right? My goodness, node here. And then here, const minutes equals to 1. And then ms is 60,000. And then const lead count equals to 7. And then this is interval ms, and then every 8 seconds. So 8 times 7 is 56 seconds. That means that only in the 56th second. All right, got it. So we need to turn the first one on immediately, and then we need to turn the last one on in the second interval. So essentially what we need is to kind of take it down one notch. So now we need to turn this on now, and then the interval basically needs to be something different. Do you guys even know, like am I communicating my thoughts correctly? Because what I want to do is I want to turn on the first one now, and then, okay, yeah, yes. Okay, so then this is the interval. So const interval is ms lead count. And then let's go ahead and set the color to red. And set the timeout. No, I think I have it. So set the timeout to interval. And then the first one, I'm turning it on. Yeah, so I'm dividing by 7, which is what I want, because I have 8 leads actually, because the 7 is not really the lead count but the last index. So I'm okay here, I think. Okay, so now this is this, and this looks somewhat good. And we can go ahead and check it out. Oh my God, did I stop it? I did, right? Oh my goodness, I'm stupid. All right, so npm run develop. And let's run our Electron app again. And let's see if we can reproduce this login bug. I know we have a login bug here for some reason. The first login never really works. And yes, I can reproduce it. So I need to fix it. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I think it's a server bug. Yes, it's a server bug. Okay, and now this works. So let's do 1 minute and then start working. And now we need to see something every something, but I'm only seeing 1. Oh, there it is. There is 1. And we should get another 1 in a couple seconds. And there is 2. And it's like so bad that you can see it, but you can actually see the LEDs turning on one by one here. It's like really, really sad that you don't experience this with me. But but it's really, really nice. I mean, check it out. And imagine this on the top of your, on the top of your computer saying, hey guys, I'm like busy. Like, how amazing is this? Right? So yeah, now we have 5, and then we have 6, and we're going to have 7 in a second. And once there is 7, we basically need to turn this to green. No, I mean, for me, the LEDs, it's like, it's stupid because you see me so happy, but for me, it's like, it's not the joy of turning on an LED from Node as much as it is to, see my vision come into life, right? It's like, I thought of this product, and then I see it. It's like in my hands, and it's nicely 3D printed, and it's working, and there's an Electron app, and you know what I mean. So it's kind of a nice little thing. So it's coming together nicely. It's a sad day when you can't experience LED. All right, so let's do this now. Why is my USB cable turning and twisting on me? Okay, so start. Okay, cool. But this you can now see that only here the LED is on. So here it's better, and now you can see there's another one. So in here with the strip, you can actually see it better. So this is really, really nice. Okay. Cool. All right. So now there are a couple of things we need to do. All right. We are pulling off the whiteboard. All right, the whiteboard, the favorite part for every person on this stream. And it's my favorite part because I can communicate my thoughts in a visual form. All right, so let's go ahead. Now we understand we have LEDs, great. So now this is a whiteboard. And essentially what we need is to have this, right? So we have the timer starting. So timer start. And then LEDs. So we have 1, 2, 7 LEDs. When LED 1 starts, we need to send to the server that the task start. Right? Now, when LED 7 happens, right? So let's do something like this. Then we need to send an event to the server that task is finished. Now, remember that on the server, we already have a self-ending timer, right? So once the task started, then even if we if we turn off the client, if we exit the client, then the task on the server will still finish. So this is what we need to do now. And essentially, we need to do everything here in the action. And once the task has finished, we need to basically turn this off. Oh, look at this! I have a lightsaber. We need to turn this off and then, or turn it on green. You know what I mean? Whatever we decide, and we can decide here together, whatever we decide means that I'm available, we can say, right? So why this is nice, I will explain, but if you can imagine, you can do a lot of things with this. You can actually pipe to it like test results or deployments or whatever. And this is really, really nice. I'm going to do a lot of things with this. I promise you that. All right, so let's go ahead and and get started on this. So we are going to, and let me know if this is in the way. I can take it away here while we're not doing anything here. Just for better kind of screen real estate experience. But let's split here and here so we can have a nicely done, a nicely framed little thing here. And we're going to open up Vim. And how many people do we have in the chat room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish. This is really supposed to be a more of a a Q&A sort of thing, and not just me hacking on things, because I can hack on things in my spare time. All right, so let's go ahead and run the tests here, and let's map leader T to run the test. So let's run the test here, and as you can see, the tests run on the right side while I can continue coding on the left side. Amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the task controller. We like to watch you hack things in your spare time. That's crazy. Thank you. By the way, we were supposed to do a mock interview yesterday, or an interview yesterday, but we weren't able to. So it's coming, and let me know when you want it. I know you had a power outage or something. I know. All right, so this is request.body. And now we are on the client, just so we'll understand here, okay? So let me change the name of this to client. Okay, so first here on the bottom, you can see client. And when I'm here, I will call this server. So you can actually see, because this is JavaScript and JavaScript, then it's hard to differentiate. Yeah, let me, so what you see here is the server, and what you see there is the client. All right, so let me do that. So this is server, Whisper. Okay, so let's go ahead here. And what did I want to do? Okay, I know what I want to do. I think I might stick with my Django. Dude, I do Python. I mean, go ahead and stick with your Django. You're not really sticking it to me by sticking with your Django. I don't like JavaScript as much as the other guy. All right, so let's go ahead here. And so, oh man, I'm like, my mind is racing now. So first here, we need to do warn the user that the device is not connected. So let's go ahead and add a to-do here. Great. So this is our to-do, and this is warn the user when the device is not connected. And then here we can close this. We are done debugging this. And now here, once we started, we basically need to here start the task. So this is where we I don't like this one bit, I have to say. I think this is the place for a generator. I really do. I really think this is one of those cases where a generator comes in really, really handy. Because if we have a generator, what we can do is we can create a generator function. So let's say timed API requests. right? And this is going to be per LED interval. So first do start, right? So start the task, and then per LED interval yield the interval, and then finish the task. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think we want to do a generator here, or you think we're gonna stick with plain old JavaScript? You're my boss, so let me know. Twitch. I think I might stick with my Django. Sure. JavaScript for me has been one of those languages that I should learn, but never really holds my attention for long. Okay. I think it's winning. Unfortunately for all of us. Unfortunately for all of us, it's winning. And it's winning big time. Okay. So I think we have you know, okay, I think make the lad keychain that's connected to someone's bank account. When the bank account is negative, it's red. When it's between 0 and X, it's yellow, and above amount X is green. Yeah, that's what's cool about this, right? That's what's like really, really cool about this, that you can literally connect it to whatever you want. I mean, if you think about this, this is just an LED, right? What I can do is I can put this on my computer, and I can put this on my computer, and this is going to be my bank account, and this is going to be, where my dog is. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You can connect to any API you want and turn red, green, light, or whatever based on whatever you want. This is what's powerful with the Internet of Things, right? And if you think about it, once you say, okay, this is not on my computer, and you say this is connected to this computer, which is crazy. But if you think about it, this thing has more power than the first computer I owned, the second computer I owned, probably up to the fifth or sixth computer I owned, right? So this is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. It has HD fucking MI, man. It's fucking insane. Yeah, I agree here. I've come to really enjoy. This is the 3B V1.2. This is the Raspberry Pi 3. Yeah, Raspberry Pi 3. We are going to do a lot with this, by the way, on the stream here. I mentioned it quite a few times, but basically my plan for this is to make an RC controlled, an RC car that is going to be on that desk behind me, and I keep doing the same pointing as well, on that desk behind me and controlled by the chat. So this is going to be a cool project as well. Very, very cool project as well. So we'll check it out pretty soon. Anyway, I'm like I said, my mind is racing, so let's go ahead and do that. So that's a Pi 3, like I said, off of Amazon. Okay, so let's first start with the simple version of writing with JavaScript, and then I'm sorry, I have to drink some water, so you will excuse me a bit. What is off? Yeah, lights are kind of an obvious thing. That's really cool. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the simple one. And here, no, I don't like this. My God, I don't like this. Whatever I do, I don't like this. So, um, okay, let's do this as a as a generator. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and see the general syntax for this. And the function. Okay, so here we have the generator, and here we have a yield and then yield I plus 10. So what happens okay, so we can do that. Okay, so let's create a function like this. And what we are going to basically say, why did my so you give me the will to live, man? What do you mean, my God? What the hell do you mean, man? I'm just streaming coding sessions here. No, man. Don't do it. And if you buy one, send one my way. I will send you my address. Send one my way. I will pay you back. All right, so let's go ahead and say that this is going to be start stop task LEDs. I don't know, something. And then we are going to say this, that if I equals to 1, then this is going to start the task. Right? Otherwise, we are going to, and actually this should be 0, right? And then we are going to yield I plus 1 here. And then if I equals to 0, so let's do here console.log start the task on the server. And then here we're going to do console.log end the task on the server. And this is going to be LED count. And then this is going to be this and this and this and this and this. This is this. This is this. Very, 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 very nice. All right. So now this is device set color and index is I. And then, oh, this is a function? What? Why do I really care about this? But let's do that. And then here, we are going to do that. So yield this, and then close this off. Remote control ball. Okay, so now here, what we can do is say this. So var light. And then light is going to be start, stop, and then do 0 here. Okay. So we don't need to set color here. And then we are going to set timeout to light. Aha. So now are you really going to Walmart right now? All right. If you're really going to Walmart, pick up one for me too and ship it to me. I will pay you back. Okay. So now here so we have the interval. Um 'Xerxig, this is for you, and Trello, you can see what we're working on the Trello. All right, I'm gonna send you my address on Discord DM. Send me one and tell me how much it costs. I will pay you back. And what is the question we keeps? Can this be done in any language? Probably can, yeah. So definitely Python, definitely Golang, definitely Java, definitely C, definitely C++. So yeah. Make sure I buy a $15 car and say it costs 70. Man, you have a very like I would never mind. Never mind. All right, just get me one and you know what? Just Discord me when you're there. If there is a good one there, um then let me know. I have an RC car, by the way. Why are you leaving the stream though? Zelo something sun, Zelo Bia sun. Then everything is good, man. Or a gal. All right, now we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have a chance to look at our Bob's SpongeBob. All right, so just a second. I'm stuck in this function now. I'm Swedish. That's all right. And Zilo is your name? Zilosh? Banana Crab is now following. Thank you for the follow. How do you pronounce your name? And what is like your first name and last name? All right, so now carbon border. Okay, cool. So now here we need to track the index. Um, how do I want to track the index in a nice way and not in a blah way? Why am I stuck on this? My God. All right, so let's do set next color is function here, and then this is going to be const of this, and then here, and this is going to be called with the index. Wait a minute. Okay, got it. Well, so I don't really need this because I don't really need this. I only need the index here, and then here I can use the index as well because it's available for me inside of this function. So then what I can do is start and stop like so. And then essentially do so now I need the concept of the finished. Okay. Let's restart this. So we have a generator function, and that generator function essentially yield the index. And then if the index is 0, it's going to start the task. If the index equals to the lead count, it's going to end the task. And then, so what we can do here is we can here set the timeout. All right, so set time out for interval. And then only yield the index, like so. And then here, we can do a while the index is smaller than the lead count. So no, that's not good. That's not good at all. Not good at all. So this is going to yield the index. No, I'm going back. Okay, so now we have the generator function, and the generator function does what we want it to do. Now the question is, how do we generate that? So we can do this. So this one is set color, and then here this is going to be this one. And then here this is going to be this one. And this is going to be index. And then this is going to be the set color. And here we can do this. If this dot next, so this is going to be index equals to this dot next, and then if index is smaller than lead count, then we are going to set the timeout. Okay, so then console.log index and lead count are up here. I'm sorry, I was so focused in my confusion that I missed the chat. I'm sorry about that. I'm usually better at looking at the chat. Where do you get the index and lead count? I answered it's like up here. I see 0 and 7, but why? I'm pretty confused. Oh, you don't. Okay, so this is why it's 0 and 7. I'm basically turning on this LED strip. You see it has 8 lights in it. It's like hard to see, but you can barely see it. Oh, now you can see it, right? So it has 8 lights in it. And basically what I do is when I say start working here, start working, then it will basically turn on 1 light every interval of time that you're working on. And yeah, I get why you're confused now. And this is why it's 0 and 7 and next and generators and so on and so forth. Okay, so now this is index equals to start stop this, and then index is lead count, and then this is I. All right, so now this should work. So let's look at it here, and let's look at it on the dark background. Not that you will be able to see it, but because the camera is really, really shitty about picking it up, but let's go ahead and at least try it out. Okay, so we have an error here. Let's see what it is. Type error, script ID. What is this bullshit? Okay, yield. Yield is a reserved word. I know it is. What do you mean? I know it's a reserved word. It's ES6 yield. The basics generators. Let's see. Do we need something here? Console. So yield. So what is going on here? So yield I+1. Of course it's a reserved word. I know it's a reserved word. What are we talking about here? So this is yield I+1. Yield is a reserved word. Twitch, if you have some really dark paper or something, you might be able to show us when they light up. So I have something, but we'll see. Why is ES6 reserved word when call this? Arrow functions are not generator functions. For example, function can expect this to work. No, because temp is not a generator function. The same is, yeah, but this is not an arrow function. So what? The yield is inside an anonymous function. Yes, it is. That's all right. Isn't it? Well, I can bring it out of the anonymous function and see if that works. So let's do 1 and start working. And we can see one LED is up. And now we see start task here on the server here, but it's not really timing out. This should have already turned on the second light. Where are we? Index, if index. So this should have, so console.log. Oh, didn't I start set color again? Okay, I did. So console.log. So the set timeout. Wait. Set timeout. So index here. So this is yield I plus 1. And then let's do const new index. Okay, I don't know, something like this. Okay, and then we have a set color, and oh, the set color here actually needs to be 0. And then we need here index equals to set color dot next, right? Dot value. Okay, so this is dot value, and I think now this should work. So let's go here and start. And no, it doesn't work. Cannot read property next of undefined. What? Oh, okay. Got it. So this should be 0. So this is okay. So this is actually okay. And now let's go ahead and put it 1 minute and start. And then we see start task on server and 0. And let's see if it worked this time. It should take less than 10 seconds. And we see undefined. So our generator returned undefined. Now the question is why? So console.log, let's say inside generator. And then, oh, okay. Got it. So this is index. My God. Okay, so this is better now. So 1 and then start. And we see 0 inside the generator. Start the task on the server. So now in about 5 seconds, we should see the other one. And we still see undefined here. So I don't know where this undefined is coming from. But my second LED did not turn on. So something is wrong. And the question is, what is wrong? So this is I, and then inside the generator, let's print I here. What did I miss? So this is backticks. Okay, so this is I, console.log, inside generator, and then index is this one, and then set color. All right. So what is what? All right. So dot next dot value. Let's see here. Dot next. Okay. So it definitely should give us a dot next here. So the start stop should give us the next one because it's an iterator. All right, so let's go ahead, and I think we have enough debugging to do that. So let's go ahead and start. So I see inside generator 0, and then this one starts with the 0 LED. So that's okay. And then start the task on the server. And then inside the generator, undefined. Oh, I think this is because... So let's do current led index here. And then here, we'll do this. No, but why is this undefined? Index. Oh, wait, what? So index equals to set. Oh, this is why. This is why it's undefined. Oh my God. Okay, got it. So now this should be good. And then we can remove this, and this is index again. And oh, now index should not be, okay, so index is var. So let's go ahead and change this to let, and change this to let, and change, we don't need the finished anymore because now we're using a generator. So let's go ahead and do 1, start working, and we see 0 inside generator 0. And let's see. And another 5 seconds. Great, 1. And now we have 2 LEDs here. And now 3 LEDs. All right. So let me go try and find something dark to cover this. Give me 1 minute. All right, I am back, and I brought some nice little colored papers from my daughter creative stash. And I'll try to kind of mask this to maybe you'll be able to see it better. So now you can actually see it. Okay, so there it is. You can actually see all the LEDs. All right. So we can actually cover this like so, and then you can see this. And let's turn this off. And start working again. Okay, now you see 1. And you can see that the generator is on 0. Let me clear the tasks here. And now you see 1, and we have 2 LEDs. And we're going to see 3 LEDs. All right, this is really, really nice. And now 3. And yeah, as you can see, this is not working really, 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 really nice. Oh my God, that's so stupid. Okay, so questions so far. I don't know how many people we have in the chat room, but however many we have, please let me know if you have any questions. And you can see 6, and then you're going to see the 7th one. And all the LEDs will be up and running. And then we're going to see the console log of end this task. Oh, we found a bug. I think we found a bug. Yes, we did find a bug. Okay. So we did find a bug. We did. We did. So here, the first one should be 1. Um, or should it? Yes. So let's do here. So index should be set color 0 dot next dot value, and this should not be set color, but should be um, um, so how do I need to think about it, because what happens is that the first one we get is wrongly 0. Um, and yeah, we only get 6 and we don't get the last one. And because we don't get the last one, we don't get the end the task on the server event. As you can see here, we only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to get 7. And because we don't get 7, we don't see the last event. So console.log is I equals to this is lead count. Let me think here for a second. By the way, if anybody has suggestions, please let me know. You know, I'm open here to suggestions. What happens is that we're missing one. And we're missing one because we're using a generator, and because we're using a generator and a set timeout, what happens is that the timeouts, we basically need to either shorten them or do something else. But what happens is that the first one is incorrect. And this is obviously still wrong because set color does not return anything here. So this should be set color, and let's disconnect this and connect it again. Yes, so it has a spectrum of color. We can do random here. So you can see here you have random. And you can definitely have random. Wouldn't you need to turn on the light and then set the timeout? That's what I do basically. Device.setColor. I do. So the first one does it before we set the timeout. And maybe, oh, this should be this, I think. Let's see. Let's see here. So 1 minute. Let's clear this and start working. We get the first one. Inside generator is 0. And then start the task on the server. Okay. Okay. So 3. So I think this is all I needed because my timeouts are already done this way. I think this is all I needed. So now this is 4. And as you can see here, this is a spectrum now. I don't know whoever commented on that. We'll see that in a minute. But as you can see now, this is a spectrum of colors. This is pink. This one is bluish. This one is greenish. Right? But we want red and green because they represent All right, so now inside, all right, bam, inside generator is 7, and then end the task on the server. Well, I had a little bit of a British accent there. So this is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and do that. And we are going to say that this is red. And then here we are going to now the question is, I don't know if I will get lost here or not, but let's do here. So let's go to actions here on the auth. And now let's go to app API, and then Pomidori client.js. And let's make dir-p app API and save this. And what I want to do is, okay, so here we have headers. Great. So now here we'll have a class, and then this is Pomidori client. And then we can have this in the client here, and then this into our client. So then what is this? Constructor. Constructor like this, right? And then we have methods. I never remember ES6 classes, but whatever. So then we have headers here, and then this dot headers equals new headers, and then this dot headers dot append content type. And then here we are going to say post, which is going to be a function, and it will accept a path, and it will accept a body or a body object here. And then this is going to be inside of this, and this is going to be gone. And then fetch here, like so. And then return here. All right, so let's refactor this out. This dot headers, const request dot object, and then fetch is going to be localhost something something. But let's do this dot base URL equals to this, and this is going to be here. Okay, so this is the base URL. And then here we're going to say that const URI equals to essentially this dot. Someone is asking a question on Twitch. What program is that? Yes, this is terminal. So this is terminal, and I'm using Vim inside the terminal, and I am using Tmux as my multiplexer. So this is, in general, a terminal, and then the splits here. So as you can see, now I'm here, and then I'm here. So these splits are terminal multiplexer splits, and it's called Tmux. So here we're going to say this dot base URL, and then this dot path, and then this is going to be the URI, And then this is going to be body something something, and this is going to be the body object. And we are going to return this. How much did we fuck this up, do you think, with all this code as a one-off? We're going to find out in a minute. So then import Pomidori client from API Pomidori client. And what I need to do, of course, is export default class Pomidori client. And then here we are going to say const client equals to new Pomidori client, and then client.post, and then this is going to be API auth register. So this is going to be our path. And then our body is going to essentially be email and password, like so. And then the .then is the same thing, so we can take it and put it here. All right, so now our code here is much better. And of course, we need to say client here. And all of this was done in order to get to the point where we have a generic client, and now we can start our tasks from that specific client. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And we are going to import Pomidori client in our actions here from our lights. So we're going to import Pomidori client from API Pomidori client. By the way, I don't know what this script ID bullshit is, but it's not allowing me to see issues, but we'll see them in a minute, I guess. All right, cool. So now this is here, and here we are in the generator. So here we can say const client equals new Pomidori client. And then here we can do client.post and then API task. Oh, we actually need to send the token. We actually need to send the token. So let's do post authenticated. Or actually, let's do authenticated post. And then API task. And here the task time is going to be the minutes. All right. And let's go here and say authenticated post equal to path and body object. So it's essentially the same. The only thing that is different here is that we are going to add another header. And that header is going to be our token. And we have a helpers for the token. So we have a store token. And we are going to also add a get token here. Are you using a generator as a way to process a finite number of tasks to be handled, like a pipeline of sort? Yes, this is how I do it. I use it as exactly like it is, as a pipeline, to basically say next, next, next. And then when the first one happens, I do something. And then when the last one happens, I do something else. And I basically output my index outside, right? So I need to basically turn on 8 LEDs here. And when the number 0 is turned on, I need to say on the server, hey, start. And then when 8 is started, I need to tell the server stop. Yeah, so this is, and it's actually wrong now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, it's actually wrong, but we're going to fix it in a minute. Because if you think about it, it's going to send a stop to the server while you are still working on that task. And if you think about it, it's basically if you say 25 minutes times 8, then it's going to stop the task 3 minutes ahead of time. So that's not good, and definitely something we need to fix, but we're gonna work on it. We are going to work on it for sure. This is why, and no problem for the answer. The whole problem is the Q&A in the chat. All right, so now we need a get token, and we have a file path. So now let's do this as a get file path as a function and send this from the function. So let's return, and here. All right, so then here, const file path equals to get this dot get file path here, and then I can use it here as well. And then let's do fs read file node. I never remember how. So let's go here, read file, and I want to read it in sync. So I think there is a read file sync. Yes. Fs read file sync, and then we have a null or a data. And that data is a blob, so I need to make it a string, right? So let's do here. So read file sync, and what is fd? Fd is integer. What? Buffer? No, not this one. So read file sync here. This is what I want. So read file sync is file URL, and what does it return? So let's try. So then this one is read file sync token equals, and then let's do return token. And what do we need? We need a file path. We do. So this is the file path. All right. So this is the token. And we can actually return this. We don't need to assign another constant here. Okay. So now in our Pomodori client, we can actually say const token equals to storage dot get token here. And then we can say const storage equals to new storage. And we can import the storage. And then here we can console.log of the token. And what we need is to append an authorization. And the content of this is need to be JWT space and then our token. All right, cool. So now we have an API task. Great. So let's go ahead and try and give that a shot. We wrote a lot of code and did a lot of refactoring and a lot of saving. You know, it's all or nothing, and it's nothing. So let's go ahead here. Can't find module in this. So can't find module. The problem is where. So API Pomodori client. So let's go here. Pomodori client. Okay, so import Pomodori client from here. So I think we need another one here. So let's save. And now we have it here. Great. So let's close this and say 1 minute and start. Awesome. So now something is working. Store it is not something. Great. So let's go ahead to our light actions. And we have store it here somewhere. Yes, we do. Typos everywhere. All right, so we have a start working now, and we have a token. And this token is obviously wrong. Headers is not defined. This is amazing. Now, headers. Why this that headers is not defined? Oh, so it's this dot headers. So headers is this dot headers. Okay, cool. So now this looks better. Now the question is, how do I read this into a string? So read file sync will give me a buffer. The question is, how do I make it to a string? So now the buffer functions support passing and receiving. All right, so read file to string node. Let's see. So blah, 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 read file, and then we have the data. So console.log data. Okay, so then this read file and data. Great. This doesn't really give me a lot. Okay, so read file, and then the buffer specify the value encoding. You can pass the encoding. Yeah, so that's what I thought. So let's go to the storage class and read file here, and let's say this is going to be UTF-8, and let's try this again. So 1 minute, start working, and we have the token, and let's go to the network, and well, I don't see the server request though. I don't see the server request. That's not good. So let's do that again. Okay, got it. So let's go here and log in. So you can see actually how this is going forward really, really nicely. But something with our well, I'm on the server now. No, I need to be on the client. Okay. So now let's go to our Pomidori client here. Let's close this search because it's in my way. And then fetch, then. Okay, so now here in the lights actions, we have authenticated API and task time. So let's do then data and console.log data here. Okay, so thank you for the encoding tip. I actually saw it, but saw it and missed it in the same time, I guess. So authenticated post, what is going on here? So slash API slash task. So something is going on here. So Pomidori client here. So we have return fetch URI dot then response to response JSON and request object. But I'm not seeing the request coming in. I'm not seeing it, not in the network or anywhere else. And I do see the token coming in. So this is coming from the Pomidori client here. And then let's do, I don't know, console the log. Oh, this should be here. Because obviously I need to do it before I send in the headers. So this should now be okay. Start. And then we have something, but I don't see a network coming in. And let's look at the server log. And I don't see it on the server log as well, but I think the server log is stuck here. So let's look here. All right, so something happened with our database. Unable to connect. So let's go stop this, start this. And great. And let's do start working again. And we have an API error, not found. API not found. What? API undefined. What? API undefined? What are we talking about? This is the server. So URI is this dot base URI. Oh, this dot path. Okay. So this is including the API. So this should not be task. This should only be like so. And then path should not be this dot path. It should only be path. And now let's go here, start. And that's cool. So we get the data. If we go to the server, we can actually see this, but we have an unhandled. No such user exists, and this is great because we already deleted this user from the database. So now we are going to disconnect this, and we are going to go through this entire flow and see how it works. Now, there's a lot of unfinished edges here. Should I call them raw edges? But let's go ahead and see how that works. All right, so now we're gonna have AVI at avi21.io. 1234 is the password, and this is a known bug. So avi22.io 1234, and let's say okay. What is going on? Okay. So the Pomodori client, I need to fix it again. Pomodori, where's the Pomodori client? Oh, there it is. So headers is, again, the same thing here. This dot headers. And actually now this should become a function. So get headers or get request object here as the body object, like so. And then this should be here, and this should be here, and we should return this. And then this should be const request object equals to this dot get request object with the body object, like so. Great. And then the same thing here. And this is here. And now this is also wrong. So here we can also say, anyway, this is too much refactoring. So let's do here, this is path, like so. So as you can see, when I make a mistake, I make it all over the place. All right, so now let's go ahead and get started again. So now we have it here. And let's clear the compiling. So AVI at AVI24 .io 1234 and OK. And we have requests object here. Request object, request object, request object. Yes, so this should be returned here. And now we should be good to go finally. Res.json, not a function. All right. So here we get a not found. And we have the same issue. So let's go to auth actions. And here we don't need the API. We only need the auth and register. And let's hope this is the final one. And okay. Localhost API auth register 400 bed request. What? Email is required. Okay, so Pomidori client here. So this is email and password. So I'm passing in the email and the password here. And let's go to Pomidori client here and body object. So this is here, and let's do const console.log request object. Let's see what we're sending here. Let's close this and okay, so we get method post headers, and then the body is email and password. So we definitely get email and password. So, and then we have a content type of application JSON. The question is, did you get one for me? That's the question. All right, so what is going on? So I'm definitely sending an email and a password. And email is required, but email is being sent, so I see it here. So body is email and password. Headers is undefined. This is not good. This is not good. Yes. Oh my goodness. Now, this is good. Finally. And let's do okay. Method. Now what? Oh my God. Now what? This is what happens when you refactor all of this. Okay, so now what? Type res.json is not a function. It definitely is. All right, so then let's go to auth. Got it. I know what. Auth. Where am I? So this one. Oh, this is the server. Just 1 second. Auth actions here. And then here in the client.post, this is already JSON. So all I need is the response. My goodness. Right. So let's restart here. And AVI. Oh my God, this debugging is making me ivi.io and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, finally. So now we have this, and we have one start working, and this is being sent to the server. So the server is starting to work, and we're gonna wait a minute, and you can see those two coming up. So let me show this. So I hope you can see this better. So you can see 3 now. And you can see that like this. So now 4. And all right, let's do this. So this should be, I feel like it's been a minute. But okay, so 5. All right, this looks very, very, very good. And then let's wait. Another one. And now the final one. and end the task on the server, which we are not doing yet. All right. All right. This is really, really, really nice. This is really, really nice. So let's do. Do I want to? Do I not want to? I don't know if I want to already. To be honest. All right, guys, give me a break now. I've been on this for 2.5 hours now. Made a lot of progress, and I want to check it out with this one as well. So, Jarmahan, what we worked on is we basically made this thing work with the server as well. So now everything is connected in a very, very nice way to the Mac, and you have a start working here. And as you can see, this is really nice. This is really nice. I mean, I wish you could see how nice this thing looks. I actually like the cube better than I like the strip. I mean, the strip has a nice like little progression to it, but this one is this one looks much better. All right, so now guys, now give me a break, and let me know if you have questions. Oh, this what you got? Let's see. Oh, this is nice, man. Is this really what you got? How much did it cost? Oh, it looks like that. Got it. Okay. All right. So now end the task on the server. All right. I don't know how many people take that, dumbify it a little bit. 4 years old toy. Great. Okay. So I don't know how many people we have in the chat room now, but you guys really need to give me a break now. And that break basically means let me know if you have any questions. Because I've been at it for 2.5 hours, and it's not easy. So let me know if you have any questions. All right. So nobody's asking me question. I feel so lonely here. Okay. What mod key do you bound to your tmux? Control A is bound to my tmux. And you can see my tmux config in my dot file. So GitHub cancel dev dot files, and then I have a tmux.conf here. All right. All right. So basically, when I'm here now, which is a tmux split, this is not a vim split, right? So just so you'll see. So now I'm here. And I do Control A escape, and I move to visual mode. And I can also copy paste here. If I do Control A L, and I had to look at my keyboard to see which one I'm hitting, then I go to the left to the right split, and Control A H is going back. And obviously there is the same movement like Vim as HJKL. And what I can also do, by the way, is copy paste between like tmux here and like Alfred, for example. And then I can, search Google in a second. So that's really nice. Yeah, again, the whole idea is to, and I showed it before, but the whole idea is to not here. So the whole idea is to not reach over here. So I spent all my time here. So whenever, if I need to move between the splits, let me just focus on the I term. So if I need to move between the splits, this is all it takes, right? So that's it. It's like, and as you can see, I'm trying to show it on the screen, so I'm making it slower than it actually is. But it's like here, Control A is basically these fingers, right? So Control and A are here, you see, here. And then L is here. So Control A, L, Control A, H, right? And it's the same with Vim, and it's the same with everything else. And I have a modifier key here. Do you see this one? So you see this little LED here. So when this little LED is on, then what happens is, you see here, this is ER, 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 but when this modifier key is on, then these are curly braces. And this is DF, DF, and these are parentheses, and these are square brackets. So again, the whole idea is to never really leave the keyboard. And I don't do it for, the thing is that, oh, it's faster, it's saving me a fractions of seconds. It's just much more comfortable for me. It's like I need to think and type in the same pace in order to be effective. And I think you see that on the stream, is that, it's like, okay, 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 and then I move on, and then I move on, and then I move on. I need to basically constantly be moving. If I'm not moving, then I'm not thinking. If I'm not thinking, then I'm stuck. So this is the thing. All right, I'll just have a drink of water here. I've been talking for 2.5 hours. How do you guys like the project? How do you guys like what you're seeing here? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you guys think? Yeah, Control B is for Tmux is really rough. Control B is like, it's hard to explain, but it's like it's like here, right? So Control is this one here, the pin key, and B is this one. So you need to like this. So I don't know if really, to be honest, I don't know if the idea is to sell this. It's a really nice idea for me to hack on and whatever, but I don't know if I am going to make this commercial. It's just a matter of the effort it takes. So I'll create a website. I'll share it a few times and stuff, but we'll see. Maybe I'll like a hobby business or whatever. But usually these things take a lot of effort. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I still need to polish a lot of things for this to be commercial, but definitely the plan is to commercialize it. The question is at what level. But it's I mean, I can't, there's no way I can tell you how nice this is. This is like really, really nice. I mean, if you look at it, it's like really polished, like really, really polished. So it will look really, really nice, taped like on the top of a screen. You know what I mean? It will look really nice. And it looks like, like something that belongs there almost. And this one is even more subtle, because you can like put it on the top of a screen and you can barely see it. But again, it will show a color. So if you imagine looking at an office space and seeing red, 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 and green, or green, 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 and red, whatever, however you wanna do it, then this is really, really nice. Um, and the thing is that distraction is a big deal. Companies lose a lot of money on distraction. And if you say, let's say you count 30 engineers, right? So 30 engineers at, let's say, $140,000 a year. Did I do 440,000, right? So that's $4,200,000 a year. Now, a lot of people would say that they spend 20% of their day on distractions. And this is not something that I'm pulling out of my ass. So that's like $840,000 that a company is wasting away just on people getting distracted. And if you have this tool, and again, I'm not trying to sell here. I literally don't know anything about whether I'm going to sell these or not. But if you have this tool, and think about it, even if it saves you 10% of these, 10% of that sum, this is a lot of money. This is big bucks. So we'll see. Car prototype. Cool. Oh, it's already connected, man. Oh, you're like that's cool. That's really cool. It would also be a better office if no longer an open floor. Yes. I agree. I agree. All right. So you will excuse me now. Just 1 second. I need to stand up. Just 1 second. Hello from the upstairs. So the biggest hurdle is not actually that, because the engineers do that. And if you think about it, and I already started this, so if you think about it, for me, I'm a CLI guy, right? So for me, and we already have this, where is it? I don't remember where I put it, so just 1 second. I think I put it somewhere. Oh no, I put it on mine, so cancel dev here. Where the shit is it? So there it is, Pomodori CLI, right? So if you think about it, I'm a CLI guy, so if I can do like this, Pomodori work, like so, and then it will automatically blink the light. That's it. That's all you need. You can start it from Vim. You can start it from Tmux. You can start it from Slack. You can start it from wherever. And you will be surprised how incentivized people are to not get bothered. Yeah, we will not, what I'm saying is I'm not trying to solve all the problems of the open office. If I can make people think twice about and say, hey, I'm busy, and then make them think twice whether what they need is urgent or not, this is all this tool is going to do, right? I am not some startup founder saying, let's change the world by selling USBs, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying something different. But this is really cool. I am really happy about the progress today. We have this thing turning on. We have the server starting the task. We have the login on the Mac app. So this is really nice. What I want now is to build the client as an Electron app. And look at how nice our API is now. So this is nice. And now let's go to package. Yeah, so we sort of use IAM status for the same purpose as my last, but ran into problems. Engineers going busy and staying. So, dude, this is exactly why I said this. This is so yeah, you can see the Mac app for sure. And let me show you the Mac app. What I want to do is I want to build it as a Mac app for just a second. And I'm sorry for going away from the microphone. I know once I go, then it's hard to hear me. All right, so this is the Mac app. Let's show this. And obviously it has a login. And this is inside the browser, but it's going to be an Electron app. And what you can see is I can start working for a minute and look at this, right? So when I start working, then this turns on. You can see a LED here turns on here. So this is one LED. And in a minute, you see? So now it's 2 LEDs. And check it out. Now it's going to be 3, right? So now imagine, again, this is on your screen saying, hey, I'm busy now. But you can see this is, I'm almost done, right? So I'm almost done and I'm going to be with you in whatever, but I'm almost done. If it's only 1, then you know I just started. Please don't bother me. You know, so this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And what I want to do now is I want to build this as a Mac app. I want to see this as a standalone app without the so Gamester 707, I hope that answered and showed you that. So build Mac. Let's do build Mac. Private, clean, compile. So can I do that? Let's try. So npm run pack Mac. Let's try to pack this for a Mac app. Acidic Mushroom, will you stream CSS? I do sometimes. I definitely don't focus on CSS, but I do sometimes. All right, so what do we have here now? Let's open this. I think we have a dist, and the dist should have a Mac, and then look at this. So this, I can open it up and then see nothing. This is amazing. Wow. Seeing nothing is really, really nice. I wonder why this is nothing. This should definitely not happen. And you can see I have an installation as well. So this is really nice. Look at this. So I can install it in my applications. And I can also stop. But the question is, why isn't this working? This is an interesting question. How can I debug this? So private, and then compile, serve, and watch. How can I debug this? So let's do Electron Inspector. Electron Inspector, debugging. How can I do that? No, that's not what I want. Web Inspector. Control Alt I. Okay, let's try. Well, that doesn't work. No, definitely doesn't. All right, so this doesn't work. All right, so this doesn't work. So how can I see why this is not working? So we have DevTools. Because I only see this blank app. Something with my desk height is messed up here. Okay, let's see if we have questions on Twitch here. Londi F, are you standing? Yes, I am. How can I debug this now? Now this is interesting, and this is an interesting problem to have. So document async and this. So we have a builder, node modules, path is applications, Mac target DMG. Build resources, app ID. Oh, wait a second. So is this really app.js, or should this be built into something else? So I'm pretty sure that's it. Right. So Electron builder. Start it in debug mode. So I don't know how. If you know how, let me know. All right. So let's see what we have here. Package Electron. So we have this, and Electron builder is 13.8.2. And Electron builder here is, whoa, 19.6. From who? See that setup behind you? What, you mean that one? There? What's the question about it? What's the question about it? For who is it? It's mine. It's all mine. It's my home office here. All right, so let's check this. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Debugging. Imagine you have a shiny Electron, but it probably, all right, so debugging. The Chrome developer tools are available for us in the renderer. Okay, so you can create your own. So this is Control Command I, but it's not really working. So it should show me that, but it's not. Like whatever I'm doing, it's not opening this. And it doesn't have anything in the give me a second. I need to go open the backyard door for my dog. I'll be back in 1 minute. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My dog was pacing here inside the home office, and usually when she does that, she wants to go a little bit outside. Application debug mode, which will I wonder if it's this thing. So let's do 19.6. Just let's try this. So builder, and this should be here, because I don't know what is. Oh, you know what can go wrong? Let's do run develop here for a minute. And it might be those warnings. And yes. Oh, this is stupid. Okay. So what is going on now? I cannot find actions user. So something here. Here. Import actions from actions user. Yes, this is wrong. Export default handle actions. And what is this handle actions? And why do I only see it now? What is going on? So store and user actions. Who needs this bullshit? Why am I only seeing this now? This is so weird. How come I didn't see it before? Okay, now I see the same thing. All right, so now Mac, let's pack it. Yeah, so I saw I need to put a menu bar option. I saw that. It's just something is going on here. So let me open this up. I'm not entirely sure what was going on, but something was. And let's open up. All right, look at that. Now we have a Mac application going on. Look at that. All right, so we can do AVI at, I don't know, kensodev.com and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And okay. And by the way, this is a bug that I need to take care of. And here we can look at that. So we will do 1 and start working. And we can see one LED blinking. So this is now a Mac app. So we built a Mac app that connects to the USB, connects to the server, and flashes those lights in the interval. Everything now is working. This is a Mac app that you can take and you can send to your friends. Never mind that it connects to localhost. But you can send it to your friend. Thank you for the follow. I missed your nickname. Whoever you are, I love you. Thank you for the follow. So this is really nice. And again, you can, if I try and kind of diffuse this, then you can actually see the separate LEDs here. right? So, oh, look at that. This is really, really nice. Okay, cool. So now this is a Mac app, and it's looking really, 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 really nice. Now, to be honest, it's pretty big. We don't really need it this big. We probably need it even smaller than this. It should be probably the size of the chat here. It shouldn't really be bigger than this. So this is really nice. And I think we can do some CSS here. I don't know who was interested in doing CSS, but we can certainly do some CSS here. I've been going for 3 hours, and I can go on. And so let me know if you guys have more energy, and if you're excited to continue this project. If not, then tell me to go fuck myself. All right. So here we now. All right. So let's go, and in order to not lose ourselves, material design. So do you know an Electron like UI kit that is, because what I use is, I think it's called Photon. Let me see. Photon Electron UI. So you see it's Photon kit here, this one, for Electron, and you have components like header and footer, header with actions. So it's really, really nice. You know, it's kind of a Mac thing. It looks like a Mac. For me, this is not really about like material design or whatever, because I'm planning to have the I'm planning to have a very nice kind of timer UI for this. So we're gonna work with Canvas and whatever. Electron material UI. Let's see if we have anything like that. My God, this is so bad, man. The JavaScript. Never mind. Don't even get me started. All right, so this is here. Electron. Yeah, let's not put any details or examples. Best UI framework for your new React.js. Great. Amazing. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, this is the only one I saw, really. If anybody knows a nice UI kit for Electron, then let me know. I will definitely like to look at it. So let's look components, forms. Where is forms? Buttons, flat button, raise button, floating. This is really nice. I mean, I like this. But again, I'm not a designer in any way. Okay. All right. So what I need to do now is take a break for a minute. And I will be back in a minute. And let me edit this. All right. So I'm back in a minute. Wait for me here, and we'll do some design. All right, I am back. Everyone, hello. Welcome to the chat room. Welcome to the chat room. All right. So, I like this material design thing. I just don't see it fitting into like a Mac or you know or This is really nice though. I mean, I like this. I definitely like this. Nike. All right. Yeah, I don't really know. I need to, maybe I'll spend a little bit of money on design first. Because I'm like, for me this is I'm like blocked by this basically. Materialize CSS. Materialize CSS components, badges, buttons. Yeah, again, all of this is nice, but you still need some UI, and it's like something like the login page, maybe like an interstitial for the app or whatever, but something. So we'll see. Oh, it's already 8 o'clock. Oh my god. All right, it's 8 o'clock. So unfortunately, it's 8 o'clock, and now I understand why my dog is basically pacing here. She needs to go outside, and I need to go outside too. I haven't even realized how late it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this here and say goodbye. 4:15 a.m. here. Where are you? Where are you that it's 4:15? All right, so we are going to say goodbye here, and what headset is that? This is a Bose SoundLink. SoundLink, yeah, Bose SoundLink. You see it here? Oh, you don't. This one, Bose SoundLink. And I want to thank you guys, guys and gals, if there is one or two here, for being here. This was really, really nice. I have to say I am really pleased with the amount of progress we've made today. We were able to not only run this one. All right, so this one is done. This one is done. And this one is done. So we've done basically everything we wanted to do today, and some more. So we need... So what do we need help with? We need help with some design for the login registration. Design for the clock interface. And we need dashboard. Not even a dashboard, but something basic to kind of show what tasks have you worked on, and so on and so forth. All right, so Thank you very much for being here. If you're not following the channel and you like the content, please go ahead and follow. If you like the content and you want to make sure that this content keeps coming, then please subscribe or tip or whatever you feel like you want to do. You don't have to do anything, obviously. Thank you for being here with me. It was really, really fun today. I enjoyed it greatly. And I will probably be here same time tomorrow. So 5 p.m., around 4 to 5 p.m. tomorrow. And catch you tomorrow. And thank you. This was really, really fun. I really, really enjoyed this streaming session. Bye-bye.